Good morning. Thanks for tuning in to another daily conversation about situations in everyday life. So let's talk about it. So again, today's Friday. It's fun day for a lot of people. For some people, it's just finally a day where we can just let our hair down and get ready to relax over the weekend. I'm preparing to head out of town for work next week. So it's kind of going to be a let my hair down weekend, but really kind of like a prep weekend, getting ready to head on out. But today I'm going to make it pretty quick. I just want to tell everyone to just let's try to do whatever we can in our lives, our situations, to make it as peaceful as possible, right? We go through a lot. No one is exempt from struggle. No one is exempt from hardships in life. No one is exempt from trauma. No one is exempt from life hitting, period. Any which way you put it, it can happen, right? So with knowing that, let's choose how we're going to show up after certain things happen. Let's choose how we're going to handle things, opposed to letting our emotions choose for us. Let us choose with our sane mind. Think about it, process it before you react. Because a lot of times the way we react is not really the way that our core person inside wants to react. Okay? When we look back at what we did, it's like, dang, I want to take it back. Let's not have those moments in our life anymore. Let's choose to control how we react to certain things. Let's choose not to let people take us out of our character, right? Let's choose not to create another opportunity for someone to get the one up on you, right? Because when you're emotional, you ever watch a fighter, right? If they get mad and they just start wilding out, like, yeah, you might connect a lot if the other person ain't on point watching you lose it. But if you're dealing with somebody that's on point and reading your every move and watching that you are now operating out of emotions, you going to get got. Because they're going to be able to premeditate where you're going because you're just out there spewing out all of this anger, right? You got to contain your anger. You got to process your steps. You got to assess where you're going to go next, right? If we take that approach to how we deal with things when they coming at us, because a lot of times they packing a punch. It's coming hard like an uppercut. It's sneaking up on you like a jab. Like, it's moments that you can't really control, but you can kind of brace for, or you can kind of prepare how you're going to react if you take it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to take this hit. All right, boom. Or I just got knocked down, catch my breath, shake it off, think, process it, and not just, oh my God, you just did that? Like, trust me, you're not even going you ain't even going to give yourself enough time to just think, why did that happen? What made that happen? Why is this happening to me again? Like, you got to start to ask yourselves those questions to help get you through things, because we cannot control what happens to us. We cannot. We can only control how we react to what happens. And the more we accept that is the more we're going to hold ourselves accountable to show up the way we choose to show up and not let our emotions dictate how we're going to show up. Because we are emotional beings. We're created and full of emotions. And we got to get a grip of that, because them emotions make you do some things. When you think back, it's like, dang, I was tripping. Like, why did I act like that? Or what made me? You don't want to have a bunch of memories of that. Let's have memories of, yeah, that happened, but I had to sit back for a second and really just process that just happened. How am I going to react? Like, I would never forget the moment that, I experienced some things where I realized that I was in a situation where someone was dead trying to play me. And I saw it with my own eyes. Like, I saw the truth, as I should say, in front of my eyes. And I had a choice to react. And then I had a choice to be calm and walk away. and I was calm and I walked away. And trust me when I tell you, when I think back of how that situation could have played out differently, I realized that at that moment I chose my child that was in my belly at the moment, because my emotions was there. I had an out of body experience. I saw myself doing the craziest ish I could ever think of. But I also saw what the outcome could be, because I know the person that I'm dealing with, and I know how he's already a loose cannon. So if I start to operate in that same energy, it's like when we grew up here and you can't fight fire with fire, or just more fire. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to kill that fire with some water. And next thing you know, it's dead. That fire is dead. And that's how I began to deal with situations after that moment. And I don't think I got there. Like when I wasn't pregnant, I was in my feelings every minute. But at that time, I was having my fourth child. And it's like my body just got to a point where it was like, yo, you gotta peep what's going on. And you cannot let this person allow you to do something that could hurt your baby, because you are responsible for that baby. During these 9 months, nobody else is responsible for that child. Yeah, the guy got to do that. They don't really have to do nothing. You know, how they treat us, how they serve us, we expect a certain way, right? We expect them to treat us and serve us a certain way during that time. But realistically, it's up to us to really protect that baby, because they're in our body. What we do, what we eat, what we take in, what we feel, how we move, the positions that we put ourselves in, all of that is determined by us. So we have to own that and take that responsibility on. So at the end of the day, we got to own that. That is the level of control that we have over that baby when it's in our belly. But we have to understand that we have that level of control over ourselves for eternity, as long as we live. So with knowing that you have that control over yourself, what are you going to do with it? Or are you even paying attention to the fact that you have that control? You keep saying, oh, you made me do that. Nobody didn't make you do nothing. You chose to do that. And what you don't realize is that what you really want to say is your emotions got the best of you. Period. That's what happened. Nobody didn't make you do nothing. Your emotions got the best of you. And it made you act in a way that you normally wouldn't want to react. Own it. Start to learn to take control of that. And that's how you're going to change how things happen to you. Because things are going to happen. But how we act determines how they affect us. So let's start to focus on taking control of our emotions and enjoying our lives like we enjoy our Fridays. Everybody look to Friday to get lit, to wind down, do what we do, right? So let's look to every day like that. Let's take on every day with that Friday mindset and see how we open up the door to a more peaceful life, right? Because like I said, that doesn't mean that shit ain't gonna happen. But when you take on the mindset that I'm going to be in control of how I show up to everything that happens to me and how I let it affect me, you are going to determine whether you want to end up in a peaceful place or in a depressed place or in a dark place or in a place where you just have no insight of where you're going. You make that choice. All right? So continue to have a blessed day and be the best version of you.